What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, Bosh, we got a Moody, the Sun exclusive. Gloves are off. Dubois versus Usyk, or Usyk versus Dubois 2. Let's get to the bars. Danny D, man. Listen, man. I got the shmoney on Danny D. I'm tired of cursing people, to tell the truth. That's the honest truth now. I'm having to actually consider. Although I did get in theory, I did get the Wardley fight right. But but Wardley only knocked him out though because I took it off, right. So I didn't actually win the Wardley one because I bottled it. If I'd have kept the Wardley one on, he'd have got buxed up for the full 12. So I don't really want to curse Dubois. I'm not putting much on. That's normally when if it does work, it's when I go big. That's when it gets cucked. Anyway, Dubois got some good bars here. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's convincing me. And his performances have been convincing me anyway. You don't really have to read too much into it. Usyk's getting long in the tooth, man. He's getting long in the tooth. Anyway, here's the bars.
Eating is just celebration. I went and met Chisora at a Ukrainian sauna, the Banya.
Yeah.
And he told me a crazy story. He said you two were on the phone.
Yeah.
And he heard missiles over. And Derek said to me afterwards, how are we supposed to beat this guy? When we hear our car alarm outside in London, we panic. This guy is sitting at home hearing missiles.
Yeah.
You get that true?
Yeah. Yes.
Dan, I know it's just a fight and you will take it as that, but...
Now I want to stop there. And obviously people do a lot of glazing of... listen, man. Well, I'm not even sure how it works when people get drafted for war these days. Especially in them parts. They probably put a gun to your head. Kind of thing, but outside of that, I respect if you're forced to go somewhere and fight, then that's peak, and I respect that. Come on, man. Oh, how do we beat Usyk and he's got this? He's not fighting like that. But he shouldn't. He's a sportsman. I get it. There's like a cucked. What would you call it? A cucked. Oh yeah, but we're on the battlefield and this celebrity's helping us. Listen, man. If it's me, yeah. Get his celebrity cabalas here with me. We can all get blown up. That's how I feel. I don't need no dude in a boxing ring, man. I want everyone to get smoked with me. We're all going down if I'm going down. That's how I feel. If I was on the battlefield on the front line, yeah, freezing my tits off and starving to death and whatever else, it wouldn't bring me no solace seeing some dude in a boxing ring on TV. That's just me though. Maybe I'm cynical. It wouldn't do me no... I'll be seething thinking, why is that dude there? And I'm here for, man. I'd rather be on TV somewhere, right? And now I get it, obviously Usyk's an accomplished athlete. Has he earned his draft excusal? I mean, I don't like the whole war situation. I don't like any war. There's no war I'm fighting for, man, really. Unless someone's at my door. I guess you can argue. And that's the part I'm making. Well, I mean, the Ruskies and the... They're all kind of the same people, aren't they, or something? It's a bit mad. There's some other agenda going on, in my opinion. Yeah? War is a racket. Read that book. That's what it is. It's a big racket on the masses. Because guess what? Zelensky's kids ain't fighting nothing, man. Putin's kids ain't fighting nothing neither. That's how you know something's really a war when them man are trying to get in the mix. Yeah? Until I see the politicians strapping up. Let's say, for example, some moody aliens came down. Well, the politicians would still shit themselves, to tell the truth. But in principle, that's what I'm saying. I'd get stuck in if everyone else is getting stuck in. I'm not getting stuck in. And you've got these tossers here, sitting there, no doubt doing coca in the parliament toilets. Yeah, put me in parliament with 2-2 coca. You man do that. I'll be in parliament, 2-2 coca, 2-2 brass, 2-2 bras, yeah. And you man go there. And do and reach your own political gains, your political ends you want to make. Yeah, leave me back here. I'll make 100%. Anyway, the point I'm making, that's is fallacy right? It's a fallacy. Oh, he's got bombs. I'm skeptical of that as well. I don't know how true that is. I thought he was in Poland. I don't think people live in Ukraine no more. Maybe I'm wrong. What would I know? Does Usyk still live in Ukraine? I don't know. I'd have to check that, to be fair. If he did though. He ain't fighting, man, at the end of the day. They went there for some photos and whatever else, but... And I'm not even saying he should fight. I wouldn't be fighting either. But to kind of claim it like... Is he claiming it? My brothers are there. What's he supposed to do? Well, if I was him, I'd say, listen, and Usyk did say that. He said it's a stupid situation. He hasn't come out and said the truth, though. He hasn't come out and said, yeah, that's what he hasn't come out and said. He hasn't come. In fact, I'm going to show you what he hasn't come out and said. I probably shouldn't. In fact, I won't tell you. I won't. I won't show you on here what he hasn't come out and said. But trust me. Yeah, that's what it is. Up and down. Everywhere you look, El Shekel is posted there. Vladimir Putin, yeah. Zelensky or Witz, it don't matter. It's all the same. Oh, I love Putin. Fuck Putin, man. They're all the same cabal, for sure. I'm saying too much already. Anyway, we've digressed here. Let's get back to the point. At the end of the day, I don't think it makes a scrap of difference, man. I don't think it makes a scrap of difference when it comes down to it. What are you fighting for? Yeah? This is a boxing match, end of the day. Usyk got strong resolve. I think he had strong resolve before the war. I don't think it's given him much, really. I don't think it's added much, if I'm honest. It's not like he goes in there and like proper. He does what he normally does, really. He could have stopped Fury in the first fight if he'd really wanted it, right? That would have been more of a statement of, wow, he's harnessing the power of his fallen comrades. You're getting it now, you big stiff idiot oaf. He didn't do that. He kind of done what he normally does. I don't buy into the narrative that it's supercharging him. Either way, here's Dubois' bars now. And Dubois responds to them comments and said, listen, here we go.
Listen, what this man's going through outside the ring, do you think it makes him even harder to beat?
Well, he's like a hero to his people, isn't he?
Yeah.
So that's commendable. I commend him for that. But in the ring, I need to be the king, and take the belts and be the man. So whatever it takes, go through him and just take what's mine. Those belts, undisputed. Daniel Dubois.
And this is a fight in a.
I want to show you this part as well. This is the part. They lock eyes. They lock eyes, yeah. And they're just looking at each other. I can't play it, but take my word for it. It's good probably 10 seconds.
A fight and a show.
It keeps switching back and forth.
In this country, that
they're both just sitting there, gazing into each other's eyes, and that for me, Dubois' a big man, but Fury's an idiot though, isn't he? He's too soft, man. He's not bone dry lean. He's not Mandinga breed either, to tell the truth. He's too big. Dubois' too big. Honestly, he's too big, man. If I'm honest, he's too big. He's way too big, way too strong. Carl Froch versus Triple G at 168. Way too big, way too strong. That's what I'm seeing.
Both of your teams are just. Jesus.
He notices it then. He notices they're staring at each other. And this staring business, I'm not sure how much it matters. Apart from the fact that Dubois, to be fair to him, I think it's fair to say Usyk is Usyk, but he's probably got older. I wouldn't say we've seen the best Usyk, or we're going to see the best Usyk ever. I think the best Usyk ever was probably AJ1, if I'm honest, around that period, 2021, I think it was. That was probably his peak, which makes sense. How old he would have been? 35, 34? That was his peak, in my opinion. He's slowed down, and he's starting to notice, even with dudes who have no cardio. AJ ain't got no cardio. Fury ain't got no cardio. Usyk's starting to puff. He's got a bit more than them, but he's still puffing a little bit. He's not in complete control, and he's in there with big dudes as well. No diddy. Yeah? Dubois, his age, and what he's done to this point. Yeah? So far, no man's been able to hold the shots. Okay, Hrgovic, he's got soft, flaky skin, end of the day. Soft, flaky skin. His skin was all tearing apart and shit. Jerome Miller, never been stopped. Yes, he was out of shape. He got heavy bagged up and down like a heavy bag. That was a supersized heavy bag session for Dubois. He got stopped for the first time. John Stewart, he got Sparkletoned. Flat spark onto his face. No one's ever done that to Johnston. And Johnston was looking the best ever. Johnston was the 3-1 favourite. Johnston comatose Mbonga, Francis Mbonga, right? No one's done that to him. Dubois' trend is like this. I'd say Usyk for me is plateauing. I'm not seeing him getting better, is what I'm saying. Sorry. I'm seeing a plateau. Now, the question is, does Dubois' uptrend intersect? It could be like this, right? It could be like that, where the Usyk's plateau is still miles above Dubois, who's coming up. Or it could be like that, right? Where Usyk's here and Dubois is going to the moon. We're going to find out in this fight how much being big and strong and wanting something matters when you're in there with a supreme boxer. When we haven't seen Dubois go 12. He looked good with Hrgovic to 8. He did start to slow down though, and that's the risk here. Usyk's not going to stop Dubois again. I'm pretty confident of that. It'll just be the points. Is it fair to say Dubois has to knock him out? Okay. Let me check the record again. I want to check this. I always forget what Chisora and Usyk did. I think it was 117, 110. Is that right? Or 117, 111 maybe. I don't know, man. The points confuse me, to be fair. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how they work it out, but it's one of them. Let's have a look. Where are we going? We're going to Usyk. Oh no, it was close. 2 judges had it 113, 115 for Chisora. So Usyk was the winner. See what I'm saying? You don't necessarily... If you get some good judges, which no doubt Frank Warren has, Turkey and Frank Warren don't want Usyk really with the belt, end of the day. That's the truth. He's 38. He's long in the tooth. He don't stop no one. He ain't bringing heavyweight boxing back, end of the day. He's very good at what he does, but it's like, save that for the 140-pound fighters, if I'm honest. We've got a bunch of 140-pound fighters who can't punch. Tio, Devin, right? Whoever else you want, they don't punch. They will just stink the place out on points. We've got enough of them. We don't need them in the heavyweight division. Turkey knows this. Frank Warren knows this. The fight's in UK. Point. If Chisora can get a 113, 115, that means he only lost by one stinky round. Albeit, I think Usyk was cautious in that fight. That was his first proper entry-level heavyweight fight. I think he was more cautious. Although he does admit Chisora is the one who hit him hardest. Now, does Dubois have that ferocity? Chisora will just come in like this, swinging left, swinging right, looking at the floor and bowling his hands over. Does Dubois have that? I think Dubois is much more orthodox. He's become more Chisora-esque though. He'll kind of put his hands by his shoulders and just start winging them in. And I think that's what's going to be needed here. You can't box with him, that's for sure. Take 1, take 2 to give 1. It's going to be that kind of fight. And the ones you give, keep your head down, yeah. So when you take impacts, you don't look as bad. Keep your head down and just whack him. And when you're a big man and you're hitting someone, it kind of makes your opponent go off balance. Even though Usyk might not be rocked, it looks that way to the judges. They think, okay, Usyk's landed 2 shoeshine punches, but we've just seen Dubois whack him with an overhand, and Usyk's kind of off balance. If I'm scoring, I'm counting the one shot that puts someone off balance over 3 or 4 shoeshines. And I think that's what Chisora must have been doing in there, from what I remember seeing. Because his work was sloppy and there wasn't a lot of clean landing, but just seeing a man coming forward and whacking someone and watching another man run around, it turns the judges on. Now, I think Usyk's matured since then. He's gained his confidence. He's been in there with Johnston twice. He's been in there with Fury twice. He's even been there with Dubois. Usyk was the ring general against Dubois. Dubois was second guessing himself, and that is the risk we get here. He didn't second guess himself with Hrgovic though, right? But who knows? Without the cut, I think Hrgovic's got no gas. That's the problem with that situation. He blew his load. He thought he could punch. Here's another one. Hrgovic thought he could punch at the start of that fight. He thought he could punch. He went in there. He can't punch. Hrgovic can't punch. He's proven that to me now. He can't punch at all. He hit Joe Joyce a million times. He can't punch. He finished Joe Joyce at that. He hit Dubois a bunch of times. He can't punch at all. Hrgovic can't. Sorry. He can't punch. So, what would have happened? Hrgovic was goosed. Even without the cut, he'd have got stopped, I think. We've seen him in there with Zhang. Zhang's got no cardio. Hrgovic's got the same level of cardio as Zhang. They've both got no cardio. Watch that fight. They both was goosed in the last few rounds with each other. Dubois would have stopped him anyway, to be fair. No one stopped Hrgovic. So there's a trend here, people. There's a trend. There's a trend. It's hard to deny. This raw, 28-year-old, primo Mandingable, 250 pounds lean. Yeah? 250 pounds dry, stage ready. That's what Danny Dubois is bringing to the table. Yeah? That's what he's bringing to the table, and he told you. I'm not interested in all of this. Yeah? Oh, my name is Muhamad, war leader, whatever rubbish. You're getting it. Yeah? You're getting it. That's what he said, for sure.
Don't worry. Take it easy, bud.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
This was the bar I meant to show you, actually. That it wasn't that. The other one, this is why I like this one, mate. He took the Wakanda man, passed the YB his flowers. That's the truth. Pass me my flowers. Let's stop playing now, seriously. Where you get these bars from? With the fingers. Where do you get the bars from? Who giving them bars? The YB giving them bars. That's who giving them bars. But it's okay. Yeah? The YB like doing charity work.
Don't worry. Take it easy, bud.
I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you, he said.
I'm coming for you, man.
He's pointing at him still. Look, he's pointing at him. He's pointing at him still. I like that. I got to be honest. I'm a sucker for hype, to be fair, but still, I've explained it already. The hype's improving. I'm coming for you. You're getting it. You're getting it. You're too small and your body's too soft. At the end of the day, even if you was big, your body would still be too soft. That's the truth. Even if you were 7 foot tall, that soft body would just be longer and softer. So it's probably a benefit to you that you're too small, which you can't win either way. You're either too small and you're getting Carl Frost versus Triple G. Yeah, I'm too big, too strong. Or you're not too small and your body's too soft. So you're getting it. You're getting it, for sure. No doubt about it. I'm coming for you. 250 pounds of lean, young Mandingable. Stage ready. Okay? That's what Dubois said to Usyk.
Okay. I wait you.
Yeah.
Кажи, не мовчи, кажи.
Fellas, yeah, the shows in Saudi Arabia, I know we're all grateful for them making the fights and paying the money, but they
Is
make
it?
you do a lot of jobs, extra stuff, auctions, dinners, meetings.
It's not at Wembley. It's not in Saudi. It's at Wembley. You muppet. Anyway, some more bars here as well.
Yeah.
Do you think we've seen every boxer that he's come up against, especially the British guys, try to get into his head somehow? Do you think there is any way, or have you just got to beat him as a boxer in the ring?
Yeah, we've got to punch him, break through, you know. You don't need to try and get to his edge. A knockout will do for me. You know, I'm not going to make it.
I like that bar as well. I don't need to get into his head. The knockout will do it. Keep it simple. Yeah, that's what Fury didn't do. Fury done all the talking. Oh, I'm in his head. I've cooked him. And he don't do nothing in there. Right? Yeah? No talking. You're getting it. It's over for you. You're too small and your body's too soft. End of the day. I like him. I like you, Alexander. You're very good. But your body is very soft at the same time. Yeah? That's the truth of the situation we're in right now. Okay? I like you very much. You're one of my best pals. But your body is soft. Yeah? End of the day. End of the day. That's what Dubois said, for sure.
Break through, you know. You don't need to try and get to his edge. A knockout will do for me. So, you know, I'm not going to make this anything more than it is. I'm ready to fight. I can't wait.
Alex, do you think psychologically, like Chisora said, you can't be cracked?
It's true. Yeah. You wanna say, hey, I clean, I punch clean, blah 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 blah. I win, we win. Okay. I wait my time. Like a ding dogs.
Some people in boxing will tell you that all the build up and all the mind game.
Alright, that's the bars done. Let's now get to, there's been some leaked footage of Dubois and his training. Now, what can I say about this? Can you even see it? Let's have a look. You can see a little bit of it still. Okay. I hate that music, it's very annoying. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, so I mean, I'm still seeing. We talked about this, didn't we? Now I'm not trying to listen. It's done now. End of the day, there's no point. I got to listen. I'm back in the bar. End of the day. But I worry as I look at the gap. This is like gappy, down the middle, round the sides, down the middle, round the sides to the body. Will it matter though if he's just coming forward? That's what he's got to do. That's what I will say for sure. I don't know how much this is going to harm or help him. The fact it's like this still. That's what he's always done. So that's nothing new. As long as he's got to come forward though. If he stands here like this and it's all happening to him, because Usyk will just slap shots around and they're not going to knock you out, but it keeps you constantly doing everything but punching yourself essentially. You're having to reset. His feet are there and his feet are there. He's slapping you here and you're catching it, and you got to just walk into him, honestly. And if Dubois walks into him for 12 rounds, that's how he wins the fight. If he goes in there, and I think I might save my bet till round 3. I've got a few. I think I've got 20 quid on it, about 3.5 to 1 on Dubois so far. But I think I'll wait till about round 3, to be honest. Maybe even round 2. We should know early. Okay, the first round, sometimes people don't execute strategy. They just go in and have a look to calm down and whatnot, unless the name's Conor Ben and then it's hopping around. But experienced fighters, the first round, rarely, no one's that hard for it. Round 2 or 3 though, Dubois is second guessing himself then. You can forget about it. He's going to need to set pace early and maintain pace. He's not one of them ones, I don't think, where he's going to be able to lose 4 of the first 6. Anything's possible, right? But he's got to be in the fight. It's got to be one round. He's got to be even at halfway, I'd assume. Some people might even say Dubois needs to get him out of there early. Get him out of there early. Or at all. That means can Dubois win on points, though? It's fascinating, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. It's an interesting one for me. Again, the only thing I can tell you is you've got to be on him. You've got to get on him. No respect. Right on him. Straight into him. Dubois cannot spend a second at mid-range. He needs to be either long or right on him. Just walking, sprinting towards him. You know how Zhang got on Wilder? That's how it's got to be. Yeah? You're sprinting towards him or you're well out of the way. You can't spend a second at mid-range. You can't spend a second with Usyk getting comfortable and you second guessing yourself. That's how you lose this fight, like the first fight. You think overthinking it, man. Go in there, head down, wade in with your head, bend over, wade in with your head. Get your head there first, and then bowl your hands over the side, honestly. And I think that's the exciting thing about this. Okay, I got cucked with Fury. Okay, I think I got cucked with Johnson as well. Was it the first one? I think it was the first one. Yeah, it was the first one I got cucked. I won $1,000 on Jake Paul to beat Tyron Woodley. It was like 9-1 or something on points. And then I rolled that into AJ to beat Usyk and got bumped. It's a crazy violation, man. But that's the thing. Fury and... I got cucked, believing the hype. At the same time, though, the narrative for them build-ups were Fury wins, AJ wins, because he's going to stick it on him. Yeah? If I'd have known AJ was going to have a faff off with him, I probably still would have backed AJ, to be fair, at that time. I thought he was too big. And having said that, I would have backed Fury as well, because he said he was too big. Fury said he's 5 foot tall and I can beat him anyway. If I want to stick my lead hand out and hold his head and whap him with the uppercut, that's what I'll do. Listen, I'm not saying I'm the best person to follow for gambling tips, but I did get cucked. That said, on hindsight, you ain't beating him long. You get right on him and you turn it into Hagler Hearns. That's how you turn it into. From Dubois' point of view, it's got to look like Hagler Hearns. You're all over him. You're coming in low. You're coming in with your head. You're swaying. And you're bowling hands over. And you just keep chipping away and hope something breaks. Hopes he runs out of gas before you do. At 28, you've got to bet on yourself. Anyway, I do want to play the footage maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's nothing super new here, which isn't surprising at 28. You're not going to really start. He's not going to turn into someone else, is he? But anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this, so people stop it. Bye.